Hello, it is so good to see you again. This is Amber Griffiths with Your Brand by Design. And today I want to talk to you about marketing. There are so many pieces that go into your brand, that go into your marketing. Yes, they're separate, but they all these tiny little moving pieces. So, for example, especially when you're looking at the print version of it, you have your logo, you have your business cards, you have your email signature, you have brochures, you have different spiffs, especially if you do trade shows or if you do a lot of events, then you probably have pens or tablecloths or flyers or all those things that go into supporting your brand and sharing your message with your ideal client. But does it really? Does it all look like it's you? Does it all look like it came from you? Does it all share your unique message? And does it all go directly to your ideal client and engage them and move them to take profitable action? That's a whole lot of stuff that your marketing gets to do. I would love, love, love to share with you two of the things that I like to do to make sure that every single piece of my marketing is doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be building your brand. It is supposed to be supporting your brand. 1 minute. Excuse me. It's live. We're coughing on live. So the biggest tool, and I think I've shared it with you before, it's called a brand soundtrack. This is the collection of every single thing in your brand, and it's all in one document so that everything in your brand stays clear and cohesive, right? Because those are the two biggest things to do to make sure that it converts. So your soundtrack is this, it's kind of like your business plan and your style guide had a beautiful baby, because it's everything. Your soundtrack, it is so much more than your style guide. They're, excuse me, keeping track of your colors, your fonts, your sizes, that kind of a thing. It's all very, very important, but that's like 2 or 3 pages. Never give up, never surrender, I'm gonna pick you up. That's like 2 or 3 pages, live TV, people. live Facebook. So if you have your fonts and your logo and your colors, that's incredibly important. And that's like 2 or 3 pages out of this soundtrack document. Your brand soundtrack also includes everything about your business, everything about your brand. It has your vision, your mission, your message, your client avatar, your ideal client description, and not just, again, we've talked about this before, it's not just women ages 35 to 55 with 2.3 kids. This is the psychographics. This is what really drives them. It describes exactly who they are, what drives them, what scares them, what excites them, and then moves them into where are they? How do you get in front of them without pulling them out of their natural habitat? How do you get in front of them and really make an impact on their lives and excite them and make them re-engage in themselves by re-engaging with you? That is what this single document does. So first of all, it makes it clear, because you have to write it down and not just scribble notes. I mean, I have, if you are like me, you probably have this too. There's notes and sticky notes and little comments on papers all over my desk. It's organized in my way, which may not make sense to any of you, but you have all those things written down. But if you have to write it down in a way that you can share it, which is what is the best part about the soundtrack, you have to be able to share that with your business partners, with your staff, with any vendor that you choose to employ. This is a shareable document so that everyone you work with, whether it's a temporary one-off type project or if you're actually outsourcing some of your projects and services, everyone gets to have access to this soundtrack. So when you write it in there, it is crystal clear, which makes it so easy to share, which makes it easy to convey your message. And it makes it easy to bring it to number 2, which is it is consistent. It is cohesive, it is consistent. So every single time your logo goes onto something, it looks the same. Every single piece of marketing you create carries the same message. And I'm not talking the same 10 words. We've talked about that before. Your message is more than just a series of 10 words that you string together and perform, right? It's everything. It's your voice, it's your tone, it's your manners, it's everything collectively into your message and that experience that you are creating for your ideal client. So by using the soundtrack, the brand soundtrack, everything is clear, everything is cohesive, because it keeps you on track. It's this one-stop resource for everything about your brand. So that's probably the number one tool that I love, love, love to use to keep my brand consistent. Make sure that it's clear, that it's consistent, and that it will in fact convert. The second thing is what I would like to offer you, and that is a sound check. This is essentially a brand audit. It's the end of the year and you have spent the last 11 months collecting things, creating things. You've been to events, you've talked to clients, you've had all this interaction. Take a look at your brand, every single piece of it. The way you introduce yourself all the way to your website, to your social presence. Is it clear? Is it consistent? When we sit down and do a sound check, we actually visit every single piece of your marketing. We make sure that it looks like it comes from you. It looks like it has your message. It has your look and feel to it. So it's your colors and your logo and your fonts, sure. But it also has your messaging. It has your voice. It tells your story, and most importantly, it engages your ideal client and brings them right into you. You have so many moving pieces that unless you have a one-stop resource to keep them all together and make sure they're working for you, this is how your brand works for you while you're not paying attention. While you're off speaking at an event and your brand keeps working for you over here. You take a vacation. That's right, entrepreneurs, I said vacation. You take off for 5 days and your brand keeps working for you. This is how. When it's super clear and super consistent and cohesive, it works for you while you are doing something else, while you are growing your business, while you are serving your clients. It does it all at the same time. So what I would love to offer you today is a brand sound check. It's that audit. We'll sit down, just me and you, we'll go through everything you have. If it's printed, if it's online, if it's just, hey, you know what, Amber, this is how I talk about myself. This is how I introduce myself. Does that make sense to you? I would love to spend an hour with you and do that. If you have any interest in that at all, if you have any question as to whether or not your brand is really making the cut, is it doing what you want it to? Is it doing what you think it's doing? Is it doing what it's meant to do? Why don't you just, in the comments below, you can say, pick me. You can say, yes, I want that. You can say, pick me. Say, Amber, I want a sound check, and I'll send you all the information about how to schedule that, how to get that, and how to get your brand working for you while you are doing your business. That's what it is, right? The brand is all about being super clear, super cohesive, and making sure that it converts your potential customers into your ideal clients. That's how you want to do business. Otherwise, it's 20 bucks the hard way, and you end up doing a lot of time and really struggling for everything instead of everything just flowing easily and allowing you to take some time for yourself. It takes a 40-hour work week and moves it down to a 10-hour work week. Let's do that, right? So if you would like more information about that sound check, just drop me a line in the comments below saying, pick me. I will send you some more information and we'll get that scheduled. Up until then, I can't wait to talk to you. But in the meantime, have a fabulous day and rock on.